I'm live. Yes. All right. What do you know about that? I'm live, ladies and gentlemen. I'm live. Hi, everybody. It's your old buddy, Douglas Anthony Munro, originally from Yonkers, New York, now residing in lovely Brewster, New York. Yes, I've traveled long and far, and here I am. But before we start, I feel, as always, I need to say,
Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
okay, thanks. Yeah, we got that. Hey, Sharon. All right. So Sharon sent me a lovely note this past, I guess, Sunday. Yeah, 2 days ago. She was like, I got your newsletter and the link to the sneak peek of your new video didn't work. And I was like, oh, Shazbot. And so I went and redid it and sent out a reminder. So thank you, Sharon, for doing that. I appreciate your super fan-ness. You are definitely super fan. And thank you. And for those of you that are watching or are going to be watching or have watched somehow in the future, if you want to get these sneak peeks and all this other cool, groovy stuff, you need to sign up for my newsletter. And you can do that by going to my website here. Just put your camera there. Bam. Take you to my website. Go to the homepage and sign up for the newsletter. It costs you nothing, and it just comes out one time a week. And you get a free download every week, too. Plus, some surprises. Well, Sharon, it looks like it's just you and me. It's 2:45. There's nobody in the place but you and me. And I have a lovely assortment of tunes that I would like to do this evening for you all. And yeah, some songs that I haven't done in a while. Actually, a bunch of songs I haven't done in a while. Yeah, you know, again, on my mission to mix things up. I'm actually going to be using two guitars tonight. My gypsy guitar, and you could see above the headstock here, you could see the lovely Labella gypsy strings there that I use on this guitar. And then I'm also going to be using my nylon string guitar with the equally lovely Labella nylon strings, medium tension nylon. And my gypsy guitar uses the light strings, the 10 gauge. Yes, Sharon said it's flooding, cats and dogs here. Yes, we had a torrential rainfall. You're probably, I think you're sort of like east of me a little bit, northeast. So you're probably getting what we got. And yes, we had a drencher, a super soaker. All right, so if you're out there, come on the chat bar. If you're not out there, come on the chat bar anyway. And here we go. So I'm going to start with a song that I've played before, but I have not played in a long time. You could say I haven't played it in a Doug's age. Okay. The days of wine and roses, laugh and run away like a child at play through a meadowland and toward a closing door, a door marked nevermore that wasn't there before. The lonely a night discloses just a passing breeze filled with memories of the lonely nights that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you. Lovely. The looper didn't work, so let's try that again. The days of wine and roses. Sorry about that. Laugh and run away like a child at play. You get to check out the chords. Through a meadowland and toward a D7 to a G minor to a C7. Now we cycle out from E half diminished. Woo. Minor 2 to a 5. 1 chord, flat 7. 6 chord dominant. Interesting. 2 chord, up a minor 3rd to its 5 chord. Then a 3 chord to a 6 chord, and then this half diminished chord. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Days of wine and roses, a laugh and run away, like a child at play. Through meadowland, toward a closing door, a door marked nevermore, that wasn't there before. The lonely a night discloses just a passing breeze, filled with memories of the lonely nights that introduced me to the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses, the days of wine and roses. All right. George Dean. Thank you, George. Thanks for joining us. Now we got 3 people. All right. So if you're out there, for crying out loud, come on the freaking chat bar over here, will you? Lisa is here. All right. What's happening in Philly? Let's see. Lisa said she's glad there's not a lot of people on. Nobody's blocking her view. All right. Yes, we're getting flooded. I don't have anything on my phone sounds here for like water. Oh, I got this. Thunder. That was pretty good. Okay, wasn't that good. All right. Wine and Roses, yes. So I want to do there's a lot of things I want to do, but that I can't do. But there's something I want to do right now that I can do, is I'm going to, I did this last week for the very first time, and I'm going to do it now for the very second time. I want to play a song by the classical composer Debussy. And it's Clair de Lune, and I'm going to do it the gypsy style. And yeah, I'm still kind of getting it under my fingers, so I need to play it. So y'all are my guinea pigs. So enjoy this beta test, you know? All right, so it goes something like this. No, it doesn't. It goes something like this. No, it goes something like this. There you go. Ba-da-dee, da-da-dum, ba-da-dee, ba-ba-da-dee, da-doo, do-dee, da-da-doo, da-doo, do-doo. Ba-bee, ba-bee, ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. D minor to D diminished. go, ladies and gentlemen. Little Debussy. Little Claire de Lune. All right. Everybody's saying hi to George Dean. Good, thank you. It's all right. It's all right. So what a week, what a wonderful week. Let's see. Not a lot going on gig-wise, but let's see. I got a session with a very nice woman. Had a friend of mine, Nick Barluck, a great piano player, at his studio. And, yeah, so that's going to be nice. That's happening Thursday. And I'm getting ready to set the release date for the LOOP-MANIA 2025 EP. I know, hold on to your hats. And I also signed up for a new service. You know, like I'm always trying to figure out ways that I can promote my stuff. And I got this ad, well, like a promo thing through the website, you know, because you can contact me right through my website, you know. And oh yeah, Limoncello's coming up with Ernie. When's that coming up, Sharon? Is that coming up? It's not for a while, right? Let me see. Let me check the records here, but I don't think Limoncello is for a while. Let's see. I'm going to search for Lyman. August 30th is our Limoncello. So yeah, it's a ways off. And ooh, sorry about that. Oops, stop. Okay, go away. Good. Okay. So yeah, that's not for a while. But anywho, so I was thinking about going with this new service, and they're like, you give us all your stock, you know, because I still have, you know, like I make that joke about this record was a million seller. I have 1 million of them in my cellar. And I have so much stored projects, you know, CDs from over the last 40 years plus. And, you know, and I would love to sell them all, you know. And so this company is like, you give us all your stuff and we'll ship it and we'll this. And so I wrote to them and I was like, okay, but, you know, what do you do that I'm not doing, you know, as far as promoting goes? And they wrote me back, oh, you know, we don't promote anything. We just handle your shipping. And I was like, okay, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. All right. So that's my subtle hint of saying, go to my website and buy something. Okay, let's see. What else do I got going on? Well, getting ready for the camp. Litchfield Jazz Camp is coming up, I think, on the 14th of July through the end of the month. And, of course, this Friday is July 4th. So up here on Putnam Lake, there's going to be, like, massive explosions. We don't have to go anywhere to see fireworks. We could literally put out some lawn chairs in the yard and just watch our neighbors go nuts. You know, we're right on the Connecticut border, and fireworks are legal in Connecticut. So the house behind us is in Connecticut. So there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot that goes on the 4th of July. We don't got to go anywhere. We see a great show here for nothing. Okay. So I still got a couple more that I want to do on the old gypsy guitar. And I did find out a little bit more info about these styles of guitar. Emmett Cohen is going to be at Litchfield Jazz Festival. There you go. He is one of the it kids this year. And well-deserved. He's very good. He's very, very good. And he has a lot of great guest artists, and, you know, on his video stuff. And he connects with the masses. And so that's nice. Yeah, Emmett Cohen. So check him out. Right in Litchfield, Connecticut. Dig it. All right. Let's see. Oh, so what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying, but I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing another one. Yeah. And so this is, yeah. Don't get around much anymore. Oh, I know. I was going to talk about the guitar. I found out a little bit more history on these guitars. That the original maker of the gypsy style of guitars was this guy Macaferi. And the original gypsy guitar had the big D hole and only 12 frets to the body. Then Selmer bought out McAfee. They took over making the guitars, and they made it with 14 frets to the body and the little oval hole, which they call a petite bouche, or a small hole. You got the D hole and the little tiny one. Then this guy, Munro, he designed the same gypsy-style guitar, but with F-holes. So I guess the thought was to, well, I mean, maybe back then, to make it more like a violin or something, or a cello, or viola. Because I would say this has a little bit more of a jazz sound than the small hole Selmers. Okay, so there you go. Small hole is Selmer, large D hole is McAfee, and the F hole is usually associated with Demuro. There you go, a little history lesson for free from me, wee. Okay, so now we're going to do Don't Get Around Much Anymore, and I will say one thing about the chords on this, that most people play the chords wrong. They like to go da 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 da, ba da 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 da. That's not right. You got to do the same thing on both chords. First it's on C, then on A, the same thing. So there you go, for free, from me, whoopee. I missed the Saturday dance, heard the crowd at the floor. Oh boy, that was so wrong. How am I going to do this and use the looper? I don't know. I'll just do it. Missed the Saturday dance, I heard the crowd at the floor. It's awfully quiet without you, don't get around much anymore. I thought to visit the club, I might have gone, but what for? It would have asked me about you, don't get around much anymore. Well, darling, I guess my mind is more at ease, but nevertheless, why bring up memories? Been invited on dates, I might have gone, but what for? It's awfully lonely without you, don't get around much anymore. dance. I heard they crowded the floor. It's awfully quiet without you. Don't get around much anymore. I thought I'd visit the club. I might have gone, but what for? They'd ask me about you. Don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind is more at ease. Nevertheless, why bring up memories? I've been invited on dates. I might have gone, but what for? It's awfully crazy without you. Don't get around much anymore. It's awfully quiet without you. Don't get around much anymore. By Menin. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so if you're out there, come on the chat bar. Don't be shy. Hey, I'll get you a pizza. All right. I need a drink of agua frio. Brought to you by Bowling Basket. The best that ShopRite has to offer. Ah, that's good. So we went out for Good King Wenceslas. Yes. Good catch there, Lisa. I only steal public domain melodies, you know. Yeah. Oh, so we went out for pizza, and we're having dinner. And my mother turns to me, you know, Lydia. You all know Lydia, my mom. She's on here quite often. And she said to me, she said, does this water taste funny to you? And I'm like, no, it tastes okay. And I was like, what does it taste like to you? She's like, it tastes like iodine. She's like, here, taste it. So I taste her water. How's it taste like to you? Oh, look, my mother's here. Lydia's here. Say hi, everybody, to Lydia. Yay, Lydia's here. So, Mom, we're talking about you. I was talking about when we were having dinner at the restaurant. You said the water tastes like iodine, and you asked me if I thought that the water tasted like iodine. And I'm like, I have no idea what iodine tastes like. So, yeah, there you go. But that being said, I'm going to switch guitars. And I'm going to switch over to my nylon string Cordoba. The only guitar made with fine Corinthian leather. Plug that in there. Turn this off over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know that I do everything myself. I do the video. I do the audio. I do the playing. I do the prep. I do the posting. I love when... I found out, a lot of these internet guys, they have like a whole crew. I'm like, man, I don't have a crew. Of course, they got to pay them. I couldn't pay a crew, so it's like. And the space that I work in, if you fit like 2 people, we'd be crowded. Right. Good. So it seems like I'm in the groove here now. So I did a private event. It was just me and a saxophone player. I knew who this kid was, but I'd never played with him. He's a young man finishing up his master's. Saxophone player. His name is Aditya. Good cat. I call him Addy. Yo, Addy, what's up? And he's like, huh? You talking to me? I'm like, yo, bro. Yeah, giving you a nickname. But anyway, so I called Triste, and I had the damnedest time. Like, I was like so befuddled, and it kind of like angered me. I want to say pissed me off, but I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say it angered me. And so anyway, but I finally, I got it all worked out. By the time we had played 1,000 choruses, I kind of had it together, but it was a little embarrassing. So I went home and practiced it like all week. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to play it for you now. Beautiful chords. love supreme. All right. Let's see. Sharon says my sound is good. All right, let's see. Phil says, my mother has been in heaven for 15 years. Wow. Wow. That's a long time, bro. Let's see. How's the weather up there, he asks. Well, the weather is what it is. We had a gigantic rainstorm, but I believe it's passed. I'm downstairs in the basement, and the windows are sealed, and, so unless it's thundering a lot, I don't hear anything. So I'm pretty sure it's probably done over here. It passed through, though. We had a good super soaker. Yes. Let's see. Phil says, I know Doug loves his Epi, but I love that Cordoba. Thanks. Yeah, I like this guitar, too. It's just it's harder to play on the nylon string because, I'm not I'm a pick and fingers guy. And if I was just fingers, it would probably be better because, the pick, the strings are more flubbery. This ending sounds like some sort of Indonesian Windham Hill. Yeah, what it is Joe Henderson did this thing on a blues where he kind of did that Love Supreme thing, but he did it in fourths. And so I did that, and then I did it a fourth on top of that, and then a fourth on top of that. And then, yeah, so I don't know what it was at the end. It was just a giant mess. Richard Bishop is here. Hey, Richard. We sounded great. I was playing guitar. There you go. See, that's what I like. Join in, play along. Everybody say hi to Richard. Hello, Richard. How's it going? I'm changing key, but no one's knowing. Okay. So here's another song that I never do. And, yeah. So everybody say hi to Richard. Richard just said hi, so you all say hi. All right, cool. Thank you. Because Richard's a guitar player, so come on. Got to give it up. There you go. Thanks, Phil. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, so Stella by Starlight. I haven't played that in forever. And I like doing it like I guess a samba. I don't know if you want to call it a bossa or samba. It's probably a little too fast to be considered a bossa. Actually, my real name is Greg. There you go. Greg. That's okay. It's good, man. You got a different, online persona. They just had a thing in the Times today about six famous people with the most ridiculous, well, not the most ridiculous, but with really different names, like Cary Grant. I can't remember what his original name was, but it was Schmangy Fingelheimer, and it's no, I'm Cary Grant. Actually, a lot of these people, the movie producers made them change their names. Let's see. Say Greg. My mom and dad do. Okay, cool. Well then, welcome Greg. Yes, there you go. Cool. All right. So anyway, I want to try and do Stella by Starlight with a Latin feel, and I'm gonna call it samba. This is another song with just a ton of chords. Good time for me to get all screwed up. Augmented chord, partito alto. right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Phil, we have a guy down here who plays for the Dolphins whose name is Storm Duck. Jazz Dog. This sounds like a ragtime piano song, but on guitar. Or before it did. Yeah, I could see that definitely, like a stride kind of a thing. Let's see. Sharon said, Phil, did the league come up with that name? Storm Duck? He said, I don't think so. Let's see. Jazz Dog says, hey, I actually have a modern version of a song sounding like this. It's made in chiptune. I don't know what that means. Phil says, this is a pretty complicated song. Yeah. Let's see. Is anyone else seeing crowns and numbers in the chat? What does it mean? Yes, I'm seeing it too. I don't know what it means. Pre-emoji stuff, I imagine. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's like a crown. Number 2, crown 1, crown 3, crown 1. Richard Bishop, crown 1. I love watching your chords as I pick and comp. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, well, the old gray mare ain't what he used to be, but, I do what I can. Yep. Not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. What? Okay. All right. So just when you thought it was safe to go back in the pool, I want to play another one that I don't usually play, and I play it in a different key than it's usually played in. There's a song called Fungi Mama, Fungii, Fungi Mama, and I don't know who wrote this song. I doubt that Siri will know. I'm afraid to even ask. I'm just going to go over here, and I'm just going to ask Google, who, oops, how do you spell who? Okay, there you go. Who wrote Fungi Mama? Does it know? It's searching. Oh, Blue Mitchell. Oh, cool. Trumpet player, Blue Mitchell. Fungi Mama. And it was released in 1964 on a record called The Thing to Do. And it says this song is a calypso song. And we're like, well, duh, tell me something I don't already know. Okay. There you go. Free advice. The old gray mare plays with Yoshio Stefan. Yes, I did get to play with him. He took pity on the old man. He was like, a dead, dying man's last request. Let me play a song with you. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Fungi Mama. Yeah. So it's sort of like it's very much like a rhythm changes tune, except that the A section is a tiny bit different. So it's close. And then, for the bridge, they're like, I don't know, we'll just put something in the bridge. Where does the bridge go? Wait, no. There you go. Play that and then play St. Thomas. Can you dig it? All right. So here we go. A little Fungi Mama. That was just wrong. I didn't like the feel either. Francis here, ladies and gentlemen. Always late to the party, Steve. I like that. You know, you make a grand entrance, wait until like midnight and then show up after the stroke of midnight. Let's see. Phil said, Doug is going all over tonight. Yeah, I know. Kind of like, let's see. Always use the shoulders of the picks, not the pointy. Yeah, less click, more jazzy. Yeah. I've been playing for over 50 years. I've used points, rounded parts, thick picks, thin picks. Picks that grow on rocks. No, yeah, I feel you. You know, right now I'm kind of like I use this. This is like a Wiegand, 1.5 millimeters thick, tiny jazz pick. Not tiny, but you know, standard kind of like small jazz pick-ish thing. Oh, Richard said I did the chords. Cool. Yep. Kind of like old-timey in a way. Well, or early bebop. I don't know what you want to call it, but they're not like super advanced, but they're also, it's a lot of chords. It's a lot of chords. So now, ladies and gentlemen, as Monty Python would say, for something totally different, I'm going to do a song by Freddie Hubbard. How many people here know who Freddie Hubbard is? Raise your hand. Okay. You're probably all familiar with his mother, of course. You know, his mom, old Mother Hubbard. You're welcome. That was delish. That was delish. Old Mother Hubbard. Okay. Let's see. Song from my father. Ooh. I always get screwed up on the melody of that. Oh, I guess I could do it. But first, I'm going to do a song by Freddie Hubbard. And I'm only calling this tune because, like, I don't think I've ever played this on a looper or on one of these live streams. But again, this duo gig that I did, I wasn't, you know, we were hired by my good friend, Albert Rivera, saxophone player. He hired us to do the gig, and he wanted, you know, certain kinds of things played. And he said, you know, like, for example, you know, like Little Sunflower. And I was like, wow, I can't remember the last time. I couldn't even remember how to play it, but I kind of worked on it, and I think I got it. I got like this whole like stacked fourths and fifths thing, or yeah, stacked fourths and a fifth. Yeah. So I'm going to try this and we'll just see how it goes, you know? We're amongst friends, right? Oh, boy. You don't want to start on a clunk note or end on a clunk note. This is modal music, so no real establishment of key. Oh man, I did that whole thing in the wrong key. Let's start again. I want to do it in D. I was like, why am I singing it so low? Better. Now we just go up a half step to E flat. Da, 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 da. Down to D major. Da, 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 da. Now these are subs that Harvey S. taught me. C minor, ba 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 dee da. I'll explain those later. Ba 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 da ba ba da. And that's the whole song. Now try and play that melody. Little Sunflower, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Doug, don't sweat playing Song for My Father. How about a chill bossa of your choice to end? Or call it, because this last song was amazing. Thank you. Little Sunflower. Little Sunflower. Phil said, good stuff tonight. BVS is here. Wow, outstanding piece. Thank you. Written by Mr. Freddie Hubbard. What a guy. What a guy. What a wonderful guy. Let's see. I'm going to end with a vocal tune. Nice mellow. The tall and tan one. The one and only. She's tall and tan, young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking. As she passes, each one she passes goes on. When she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently. When she passes, each one she passes goes on. Oh, how I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when she goes to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. She's tall, tan, young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking. As she passes, I smile, she doesn't see him. tan and young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and as she passes, each one she passes goes on. When she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently. And when she passes, each one she passes goes on. Oh, how I watch watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. When each day that she goes to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. She's tall and tan, young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking. When she passes, a smile she doesn't see. Looks straight ahead, not at me. When she goes to the sea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you have it. Let's see. BVS said, now that I'm old, I can appreciate the lyrics. That's right. You know, a lot of times, you know, the younger players hear Girl from Ipanema or Satin Doll, and they're like, those lame old songs, you know, and then after you play a while and you realize, wow, those were like actually pretty hip. It's just they got played, you know, so many times. You know, kind of like when you go into a guitar center and you start playing Stairway to Heaven and they throw you out. It's a great tune. It's just been played a lot. That's all, you know. Let's see. Sharon said, remember to, oh, yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would be fantastic. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, share. And then go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. While you're there, take a look around and see all the junk I've done over the past 40-something years. And if you're a guitar player, check out LaBella Strings. I've been endorsing them for over 30 years, and they are just the best. They're right close by me, anyway, in Newburgh, New York, a family-run business, and they are just fantastic people that make a great product. And yeah, I use them on all of my guitars, and they sound great, and I never have an issue either. You know, it's just like it's happening. I'm a lucky man, let's see. Richard Bishop said, I am getting more jazzy results going way up and down the neck at variations. Yeah, of course. Yes, sir. It's the way to do it, man. Keep working on it. I'm still working on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Give yourselves a big, big round of applause for hanging out with me tonight. I know I ran a little long. I try to keep it to like an hour, but I don't know. I was in the mood. Da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah. I hope you all have a great week. And be sure to sign up for my newsletter, because I'm going to sneak peek another video this week. The newsletter comes out Sundays at 4 p.m. sharp. So sign up. And thank you for your support. Spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Tell everybody. And until next week, as always, I wish you love, peace, and a little pinch of, that good old chicken grease to keep